Hi beautiful people, welcome back to my channel, and if this is your first time, welcome. My name is Joy. This is another update on my years of usage eyeshadow project pan created by Sarah Catherine. The goal of this project is for me to use each eyeshadow in the project 23 times. If I hit pan on an eyeshadow, it's considered hitting goal, but I am doubtful that I will actually hit pan on any of the eyeshadows I'm working on in this project. There are 4 eyeshadow palettes in here and total of 62 eyeshadows. My goal is to hit goal on 45 eyeshadows. And so far, I already hit goal on just one eyeshadow, and it's a black eyeshadow. Let me start my update with this Glam Metals eyeshadow palette from Crown. So this is what it looks like right now. For this one, I only use one shade. And guess which shade it is? I know you've guessed it. It's the Black Metal. That's the eyeshadow I'm using as my eyeliner. And that eyeshadow, I've used 12 times. So I'm now at 19 uses for that eyeshadow. Just 4 more uses to go to be able to say that I've now hit goal on that eyeshadow. It's a good thing that there's a black eyeshadow in here, because otherwise I may not have worked on this at all. So we'll see after I hit my goal on that black eyeshadow which eyeshadows I will be working on from this eyeshadow palette, because the eyeshadow palette that I actually reached for is not this one. So let me give you my update first with this one. This is the Trench Coat from Etude House eyeshadow palette, and for that one I've used that total number of uses is 15, and the eyeshadows I've worked on are, I've worked on the White Showroom. I've used that once. Coat Hanger, this 3rd shade, I've used that once. Room Lighting, I've used that once. Autumn Coat, I've used that once. So seems like one usage is my specialty for this update, because the basic coat I also used once. For display though, this one, I've used that twice. So that actually is the eyeshadow. There are 3 eyeshadows that I use more than once. So display is the first one. And then Silver Button, I've used that once. Military Look, I've used that once. And this shade, this is the My Trench Coat, I've used that once. And then Belted Coat. Belted Coat, I've used twice. Sorry, no, this is Belted Coat. I've used that twice. And Gold Button, I've used that once. And Showroom, I've used that twice. For a total of 15 uses. So there are still a shade here that I still haven't tried, and that is the shade Spring Coat. So this one I really need to try and use that at least once. So this one is only 15 uses. This is not the eyeshadow that I've reached for the most in this project. The one I reached for the most is the next eyeshadow, and this is the Beauty Glaze Perfect Neutral eyeshadow palette. That one I've used 17 times. I've used that the most for this update still, but in my first update I've used this 40. Total number of uses is 40. In my previous update it's 24, but this time it's only 17 times, or 17 uses in total. So the shades that I worked on are, so we have here Cashmere. I've worked on that 3 times. Muse once. Peachy, I've used that 3 times. Venus, I've used that twice. And then Mais, I've used that once. Scarlet, I've used that twice. Glaze, I've used that twice. Sienna once. Clay, I've used that 2 times. This is the shade that I've already hit gold on, black. What is a surprise to me is actually I didn't use mud at least once for this update. Anyway, the most number of uses here would be cashmere after black. Cashmere total number of uses is now 9 uses. And then the rest, the least use, apart from those that I haven't tried, would be neutral. Neutral I've used twice. The shade that I still haven't tried is apricot and bisque. So these two still haven't used for this project. And then lastly, we have the Soft X Makeup Revolution London collaboration. And for that, the total number of uses is 11. I know there are 24 eyeshadows there, but I only used that 11 times, similar to last update. And I've used the shades that I've used here, I've only used once for this update. So there are 11 eyeshadows that I've used once. It's not even at least, because I've really just used once. And the shades that I've used once are, so we have Pancakes, I've used that once. Iced Coffee, I've used that once. And then Cup of Tea, I used that once. Grow Old, this gold shade, yeah, I've used that once. Sparks Fly, I've used that once. Smoky Bronze, I've used that once. And then Peaches, this one I've used once. Tiramisu I also used once. And then Pine Tree I've used once. And then the next one would be Festive Flame. I've used that once. And then lastly, Nightmare, I've used that once. So let me repeat what are the eyeshadows I've used once for this update. That will be a total of 11 uses. So we have Pancakes, Iced Coffee, Cup of Tea, Grow Old, Sparks Fly, Smoky Bronze, Tiramisu, and Peaches. And then on this row, Pine Tree, that's it. And then on the last row, we have Festive Flame and Nightmare. So the shades that I still haven't tried until now is Cloudberry and Pumpkin and Petrol and Strawberry Sweets and this Rosewood. So these are still the shades I haven't tried. So for this update, the total number of uses is 54. In my previous update, 55 rather. In my previous update, I've used the eyeshadows 58 times. So it's less than 3 times usage. I need to focus on the eyeshadows in this project to be on track and to be able to hit that 45 eyeshadows. It's for some reason I've not been reaching for this. Well, I know the reason. It's really because I'm always in a rush and I tend to put on makeup while I'm on the road or when I'm already in the office. And I tend to bring my Pandat palette instead because it's easier. It's very small. So that's the one I've been using a lot for these past weeks. So that's my update for my years of usage eyeshadow project pan, and I would like to thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!